What is up, everybody? I am your host and longest reigning WWE pay-per-view champion of all time. I am the hot commodity, can't see, and I am celebrating day 202 as your pay-per-view champion. And today, the Uncensored Wrestling Podcast is proud to cover WWE Friday Night SmackDown from June 9th, 2023. They are live in Des Moines, Iowa. And we kick off this week's edition of SmackDown with Solo Sikoa and Paul Heyman in the ring. Before they could speak, Jey Uso walks out. Jey says, I let a lot of things aside, but stabbing your big brother in the back is not okay. I don't know if I can forgive you. So say what you want to say, G. Paul then grabs the mic and says, you got this all wrong. It's not Solo's, mine, the tribal chief, or your fault. It's all Jimmy's fault because he made up his own mind for himself and for you. I'm taking a chance standing this close to you like this. When Jimmy kicked the tribal chief, he pulled the trigger for you both because he was the firstborn. Jimmy resented you because the tribal chief wants to groom you, the right-hand man, to be the next tribal chief. That's your fate. It was never going to be Jimmy. I have arranged a match tonight. You bring the gold back to the bloodline. Because of Jimmy, there are no more Usos. So you will be in solo competition and you will defeat Austin Theory for the United States title. And your path at becoming the WWE champion starts tonight. Someday you will become tribal chief. Jey then says, I'll take that up on the title match. Paul then offers his hand, and Jey says, I'll get back to you on that. So we see a lot of psychology here with this promo. We're seeing Jey not sure which brother, which side to choose. He has Solo, who is with Roman. He has his brother Jimmy, who is like, don't believe the hype. Paul is trying to entice Jey by giving him a singles title shot at the United States Championship. He tells them Roman wants to agree with him to be the next tribal chief. I mean, listen, if it was me, I would be excited. I wouldn't know who to choose either. Jey is pulling here tonight on SmackDown. We then get our first match of the night. We have our Money in the Bank qualifier. We see Santos Escobar with Rey Mysterio defeat Mustafa Ali in a very good qualifying match. LA Knight comes out to the ring for this. And the end comes when Santos nails a top rope phantom driver and gets a 3 count. The Money in the Bank ladder match is shaping up to be huge, and Santos was definitely the right choice for this. Santos has this lucha libre style, and I'm excited to see that play out. Money in the Bank. Ali's a great wrestler as well, but right now Santos definitely for me was the right guy to win. We see one half of the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champion, Sami Zayn, backstage with Jey Uso. Sami says, the times in the bloodline were some of my favorite times in life. That can't happen anymore. Anymore because not a Roman Reigns, but because of the tribal chief. That's when the paranoia sets in and he pushes too far. I did everything I could, but it was never enough. He's testing your loyalty with your brother. The bloodline needs you more than you need them. Do what's in your heart, not what's put in your ear. And then Jey walks off. Sami's speaking some true words. He's telling Jey, listen, like, Roman's he is your cousin, but he gets paranoid. He acts like an asshole. Nothing's good enough for him. You are more important than the bloodline. And Jey, I mean, if I was Jey, I'm still confused. He's got all these people. I do think Sami needs to drop this gimmick after this whole storyline's over. I'm tired of seeing Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn take on the bloodline, but with Imperium on their tail, it seems like that's going to change up. We then see the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions Alba, Fyre, and Isla Dawn come out, and the Women's Tag Team Champions Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler come out immediately right after. And Shayna says, you two want to call yourself the Women's Tag Team Champions. How much do you know about the history of those titles? I'm the reason those titles were created. Those are mine. And then Ronda says, I've been crunching numbers, and we're going to be hungry soon. This division isn't big enough for the two of us. We want those. And then Isla says, you two want us in a unification match. Alba says we accept. And then Alba and Isla attack, sending off Shayna and Ronda. This is going to be a great tag match. I'm excited to see what Alba and Isla can do together as a team. And I have a feeling Ronda and Shayna are going to win this match when it comes down the line, but it will be a good tag match. I'm excited to see Ronda and Shayna become the unified tag team champions. But I do think that we need to get some new contenders in the division. We get an Iron Sheik promo. Rest in peace to the Iron Sheik, who just passed away a couple of days ago. Sad to see that he is gone. We then get our next Money in the Bank qualifying match. We see Bayley with Iyo Sky defeat Mia Yim with AJ Styles. Bayley uses Mia's hair and sends her to the post and nails a rose plant and gets a 3 count. Now both members of Damage Control, Iyo Sky and Bayley, are in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. After the match, though, Scarlett sprays red powder into AJ's eyes, and Karrion Kross applies the cross jacket onto AJ Styles from the crowd. Karrion Kross has AJ's number. Kross seems to be taking out all the legends or the big names in WWE. I'm excited for these two to fight when the time comes. Bianca Belair is mad at backstage, and she says she will take the title from Asuka. Adam Pearce asks Bianca not to attack Asuka tonight. Leave it alone. And if you do, you will be up for a rematch. So Bianca agrees backstage. We then have Adam Pearce welcome the Raw Women's Champion Asuka to the ring. And Adam Pearce introduces her as the new WWE Women's Champion. It's a beautiful title. It looks the same as Roman Reigns' title. And once Asuka accepts the championship, Charlotte Flair, the queen herself, returns to Friday Night SmackDown. She comes out looking great. And Adam Pearce says, you kind of need to get in line. Charlotte says, I don't wait in line. I made the line. Woo! Hi, Asuka. No one respects you more than me, but I want that title. So I'm challenging you for a title match. Asuka accepts. Charlotte says, when you make that official, you can put the title on my waist. Asuka goes to attack with the mist, but Charlotte blocks it and nails a big boot, and Asuka leaves the ring. I would like to see Asuka versus Charlotte Flair too. These two fought at WrestleMania, had a great match. Then they were a tag team. So I'm excited to see if these two mix it up. We see Paul Heyman backstage with Jey Uso. Paul says next week we are going to have a triple celebration. The first will be the tribal chief will be here on SmackDown. 2, the new U.S. champion Austin Jey Uso will be in the building. And 3, the public acknowledgement that Jey Uso will be groomed as the next tribal chief. Paul offers his hand. Jey says, I don't know why you're so happy, because if I'm in the bloodline, that means you're out of the bloodline. So Jey telling Paul Heyman his ultimatum, like, if you want me, Paul, you're out, which I don't know if Roman's really going to want to go without his keep his I don't know what he called him, his bid pretty much. So we'll see. We have the Money in the Bank next match. We see Butch with the Brawling Brutes defeat Baron Corbin. After some interference from Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes, and Corbin gets the win. Butch gets the win. He'll be moving on to Money in the Bank. After the match, Butch punches Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes punches Corbin, and they're separated by officials. We then have our next Money in the Bank match. We see Iyo Sky defeating Shotzi, which is great. Theory's backstage. He says Jey is going to be sent back. We find out there's going to be a gauntlet match next week on SmackDown, and we end SmackDown with Austin Theory defeating Jey Uso for the United States Championship after Solo attacks Jimmy. After Pretty Deadly attacks Jey. Jey stops the Samoan Spike attempt from Solo, and Jimmy accidentally super kicks Jey. And then Austin Theory pins Jey and gets 3 count. After Paul Heyman and Solo steer at the Usos, Jimmy goes to hug Jey. Jey pushes him off. Jey leaves the ring, looks at Solo and Paul, and walks off. Jey does not know who to pick, and that is it for this edition of Friday Night SmackDown.